What is up, guys? We are back with some Fallout 4. As you can see, I'm doing a small little showcase here of my land, which looks absolutely horrible. The LODs look atrocious. I didn't even realize it was this bad until I uninstalled another Pine Forest because I just wanted to see how my world looked without it because I've been playing it for so long, and the LODs are just absolutely horrible. I want to show it off real quick because I actually do have this fixed by the end of this video. So we're just gonna show off a couple mods in this video, and I'm going to link them all in the description. So let's go and get started with this. So the first mod up, I wanted to actually go and try because it was, a follower that was based on a follower from a previous Fallout game called Fallout New Vegas, and this was supposed to be a follower called Craig Boone. And there's a Craig Boone is a follower in Fallout New Vegas, and pretty much I was kind of hyped, to have this guy, follow me around in the Commonwealth. And when I went to go find this guy, he's at the Ranger cabin, which isn't too far from Sanctuary, just like a little southwest of Sanctuary. He didn't have any custom voice. Like, he had custom dialogue, but he didn't have any custom voice, which was just really odd. I felt like his voice could have, like, in order to give him a voice, you could have just used the already existing lines from Fallout New Vegas. But anyway, he was just generic as whatever. You could trade with him, you can talk to him, but like I said, you don't really care too much of what he has to say because you don't want to be reading all them subtitles. You want to actually hear him talk. So you can, like I said, trade with him. You can dismiss him and he'll go back to Ranger cabin. Can you make him a settler? I have no idea. I kind of lost interest in this mod really quickly once I saw that it didn't have any, voice dialogue. So you could try this out yourself. I'm going to link it in the description. Okay, so the next mod up is the Portable Junk Recycler MK2, and it's made by Rux616. And the good thing about this mod is that it's an ESL flagged ESP, so it will not take up a spot in your load order. When you start a new game or load up a save with this mod installed, you will have it placed in your inventory automatically. You could find it under the aid section, as you can see right here, Portable Junk Recycler MK2. So what you do is you're just going to select this, close your Pip-Boy menu, and then you'll have this menu pop up. Now all of the junk that you have in your inventory will automatically be placed over here in this right side, and if there's anything that you don't want to scrap, you just take it out. So I'm just going to leave them all in here, and all you do is just exit this menu, and then you can see recycling process complete, and then you just go over to your junk section, and as you can see, all of the junk that you had was turned into scrap. So this is a really useful mod. It helps clear up the menu a bit, makes it a bit smaller, and also I think scrap weighs a bit lighter than junk anyway, so it's just a really useful mod to have, and I really recommend this one. Okay, next up is the Enclave Classic Vertibird for the Flyable Personal Vertibird mod, and this is basically just a standalone version, pretty much, in the sense that it's not going to replace the Vertibirds. It's just going to be another Vertibird that you can use in addition to your flyable personal Vertibird, and it functions just the same. It just looks a little bit different. The wheels will not retract when you take off, but it's all good because it still looks cool in either way. And if you're a fan of the Enclave, you're probably going to love this mod. So the main reason why I'm actually going to use this is because we're going to use this to fly across the land, because I have some new LODs installed. So at the beginning of this video, I showed you the land, and it just looks absolutely horrible. I didn't realize how bad it looked because I was using the Another Pine Forest mod, which I took off, and then I saw how bad it was. So I actually did end up putting it back on, but before I did so, I fixed my LODs. And I'm going to show you some of the mods that I use real quick. I'm not going to show you how to set this up or anything because it was trial and error. I do not know what the heck was going on. I had some times where I was flying over the land and I seen like giant Pridwin LODs floating in the sky, like multiple versions of them, and it was just really crazy. Then I had another time where the LODs had purple textures in the distance, and I think that's because I forgot to toggle this text gen output. So I was going through all of these different low gen fixes, modern house LODs and stuff like that, and enhanced trees and stuff like that. And then I was using a mod called Synthesis, because I was watching some video guide, but I think this was probably the problem. It just really wasn't working for me. Maybe I'll try to dabble with it a little bit in the future, but the setup that I have right now just looks absolutely beautiful. So we're going to jump in the game and I'm going to show you. So after you manage to place this thing down, as you can see, it's like invisible right here, and this bug can sometimes happen. So what you got to do is like hit a save, or like leave the cell and then just reload into it. So I'm just gonna save and reload into this. Okay, maybe we do have to leave the cell. So I'm just gonna leave the cell and come back. Okay, here we go. So to actually get this thing to appear, I went into the basement shelter. I flew the vertibird over here, went into the basement shelter, went to sleep, hit a save, and then loaded the save. And then when I came back out, the vertibird wasn't invisible anymore. So we're going to take this. I have my settings so that the vertibird moves at double the speed. And we're just going to take this to Uncle Joe's Bounty Shop, which is like in Diamond City. And we're just going to fly over there really quickly so you can see how much better these freaking LODs look. So he's over here. Let's go. And it's just so great, man, because I was kind of intimidated. I think it takes a little bit more to set up LODs in this game than it does in like Skyrim and Fallout 3. So, as you can see, I don't have any floating Pridwind shadows. We have another pine forest with trees as far as you can see, and they look highly detailed, as well as the buildings. And we're actually not even getting like much frame drops here. It's moving pretty smoothly right now. Actually, I think my performance actually might be better with the with more detailed LODs, which is actually pretty funny. So I will say flying in vertibirds is actually kind of intimidating for me, because sometimes I do crash the desktop in these things, and it usually happens when I get shot at. Like if somebody starts shooting at me, like there's a chance I will crash.
New mission available.
But yeah, as you can see, nice detailed buildings, no purple textures, moving at 200 speed. Everything is great. So yeah, frames is gonna drop here because I have to defend the sheriff department, and that's just they put so much stuff out here with that mod. But yeah. So it seems to be working with me. I don't know if it was synthesis that was causing those floating Pridwind LODs, but as you can see, smooth vertibird flight, nice detailed LODs.